I started dancing when I was 4. My mom had kind of noticed I was bumping into things and I was just very clumsy. She put me in a tap/ballet class. A year later, I already was into ballet and I just wanted to continue.
Adalie was very dedicated to ballet, obsessed with it actually. It's the one thing that she has always just been able to do naturally. There are changes in her physical activity that I could tell that she couldn't. So I'd have to preemptively put the questions out there, like, why can't you do this? And she would say, because it hurts my chest when I'm bending back. Where I could see that some of the other girls very easily could bend back. And so what I had noticed is they were starting to develop a small depression into her chest. We didn't really think anything of it at first. Took her to the pediatrician. They were the ones that told us, she has this condition called Pectus Excavatum. We were told it was just cosmetic. And the more I read about it, the more I realized that it was probably going to progress. As the time went by, I realized that it was getting pretty deep, pretty quickly. What I noticed over the years is that occasionally she would say that her heart would race or that she would have a chest pain or a side pain.
Is that getting more pronounced now?
I believe it's more often that I feel either short out of breath or it's kind of hard to breathe.
Typically patients with Pectus Excavatum, they can have symptoms like what you described, shortness of breath, sometimes chest pain, even chest tightness. Those are all issues and things that are related with the fact that as the chest goes in, the heart and lungs are in the chest, and so it compromises the heart and lungs. And so all we're going to do is we're going to have 2 incisions on the side of the chest, maybe about 2 centimeters or so. Through that we put a camera in, and ultimately we're going to pass from the right side of the chest and underneath the sternum and then out on the left side. And then we're going to pass a suture through that same place, and then we're going to take a pre-bent bar, much like this one, and then we're going to tie it to here and then bring it through. And then the minute we flip it, the chest comes out. So it's all fixed.
We weren't really aware of whether we should follow up with these options. You don't necessarily want to put your child through, you don't want to put them through something, real painful. As a parent, you ultimately have that choice whether this is something that's going to be beneficial. Is it the right time to do something that's going to be so painful? You want to shelter them and protect them and to make the best decisions for them. But as time went by, we realized that, this is what needed to be done.
My mind was racing. I was like, is this gonna hurt? What is gonna happen after the surgery? How am I gonna get back into school, ballet, studying 8th grade? Definitely nervous, but I wasn't scared.
That's kind of what one of the rooms look like. So you'll have a nice comfy bed. It won't be like this one, it'll be a little bit bigger. You'll have like a little monitor in your room too. Kind of like how you have one in here. So you'll have a toilet, you'll have a shower. Some of them have tubs too, so that you can take a bath once you're feeling nice and want to get up. Okay. All right, you ready to go down?
Yeah.
You can't even reach. You can't even reach. I was very at ease. I was very comfortable with Dr. Kabeer. After finding out how many he had done, people left and right speaking very highly of him, I had no worries.
She's had her antibiotics, we have the implant, and we have blood?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great. And let's get our scope. Okay. Can you let the right lung down? The first thing is we're going to go right below all these ribs. Okay, so that's the bar. Now we're just securing the bar and the stabilizer and stuff to the chest wall. So we're all done, everything's good.
Good.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Please, have a seat. She's doing fine.
Okay.
All the pictures look good.
Yeah.
You know how deep it was. These are just to show that it was
Yeah.
deep. Yeah.
Drastic
So it looks
change.
looks great. Yeah. So everything went really well. All right, relax. The
Thank you.
scary stuff is done for now.
Yeah. Everything happened a lot quicker than we expected for her to hit these milestones. She had the surgery at the end of July and she was scheduled to start school in 2 weeks, but none of us really thought that 2 weeks would be a reasonable timeline for her to go back, considering she, still had a certain amount of pain. But 2 weeks came and gone, and she surprised her teachers, and she was determined to be there on the first day of school. Then at the 6-week mark post-surgery, she started her physical therapy. This has really matured her. It's taught her what she is able to conquer. The levels of pain that she's been able to get past made her a much stronger dancer for sure.
Before my surgery, I really never noticed the shortness of breath. Usually you're supposed to learn to breathe while you're bending back, even though it's hard, but I just couldn't. After my surgery, I could really feel that big impact in how much I can breathe, and it's just a big step, and it's very hard to talk about because I've just grown much stronger in ballet and in physical therapy. And I just think that this was a really impactful surgery, and it really changed everything in a good way.
We've had such an overwhelming amount of support from the time that, we went to CHOC. We were just so surprised at just how comfortable everybody made us feel, like we were just part of a family and that this was their child that they were taking care of.
They've done really so much for me. I don't think I would be as strong as I would be today without them. Thank you.